All right, let's go. We don't know the outcome, but we're going to find it out fast. 2 times speed cast because I've only got so much time to work with before I've got to go eat and socialize with my family and try to be a normal human being. By the way, the fact that I haven't had to socialize my family has been courtesy of the fact that I've had protein works to keep me out here and sustain instead of eating real food for a while. I've had some liquid foods and they're delicious. Check out the meal replacements if you haven't already. It supports the channel as well when you make some purchases. Use code KillerPigeon at checkout. Now, on to the game. We've got Abbasids being manned by Core going up against Malians in the hands of Wham. Oh no, it's cool. We're going to get... It's Eco Wing. It's Eco Wing every day of the week. I can really see it coming. Yeah, so this is going to be the matchup in the round of 16. Winner of this will be going up against either Dumu or Cat. And these are all best of 3 single eliminations. Core last week went out in a very... How do I be diplomatic about it? Do I just call it dumb fashion? It was an awkward fashion. He GG'd at 2 minutes in his second game because he forgot the map. But he should be familiar with this one. We've got Himayama. I think I looked at the map pool, actually, and they drafted standard maps, right? High View, Lipany, but of course it's a better version of High View, the Pigeon's View. So these should all be maps that he's familiar with. Then again, he didn't realize what Pigeon's View was last week. So it's all up in the air in that regard. But wait, we've got Military Wing. It's not... Wait, it is still a big boy. Unless he wants to go for an outpost rush. This is kind of cool, though. It makes sense up against the Malians because you can deny the gold. In theory. The timing, however, is weird, right? Usually you see these type of aggro plays onto Malian's gold before they get H2. He isn't going to begin walking over there until H2 is achieved for Wham. So, not really sure this has the same hit, man. And it's 3 on stone. This is definitely 2 TC. Okay, we're going to hit the 4 times speed. Wham, what's the reaction going to be here? Likely going to be going to Javelins as an opener because then you can poke and prod at the second TC. And hell yeah, we're at 700 plus viewers. Legends. Dude, it's crazy. You guys are phenomenal. We like organically grew up to like, what was it, 550 viewers? And then we had the amazing raise from Voldemar and Vortex. Big shout out to both of them. By the way, guys, if you are looking for esports content for the next 26 weeks, this is the place to be. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We got you covered. Midweek muster is riding all the way through until July 2025. What up? And what is up with that? We actually have an outpost rush coming. So Core is going to look to pressure him here. For those wondering why we're on the 2 times speed, it's because I've got to go like socialize with my partner, my daughter, and my son before they go to bed. So we said we'd cover the Wham Core series, but it would have to be 2x. So outpost does go up. And funnily enough, he's still going 2 TC. It's just on the way, he decided to stop off for arrow slits. Wham's going to be pretty annoyed with trying to deny this, right? Like, his javelins diving in are going to take damage. That's also a deny to his gold. His secondary gold is questionable. It's really far out there. This is a really good start for Core. Second TC does feel so greedy, though. I wonder, would he have been better off just to play 1 TC all in? I mean, the initial exchange is at least looking good. He's blocking this play with the pit mine. He did lose an archer for it, though. It's kind of awkward because these warrior scouts don't counter archers, but they're pretty good against horsemen as a body shield. Villager being brought low, not quite able to get him. He's going to go for the stab, though. So Core, able to pick that one off. However, second one coming out. And pit mine now going up. So house is on the way around it. Wham is still getting denied on the north side. It's going to lose some value there. But that pit mine is not going to die fast with just double spear attacking here. So still plenty of gold to be accrued. Second TC was on the 8 stack of berries. Absolute jackpot cha-ching there for him. Plenty to work with. And a small wall going up, as quite rightly, he's worried about the Warrior Scout raids that can come through in the coming minutes. Considering your opponent has now built 6 Warrior Scouts. You would think we're looking at Pro Scouts, but I think this is more just about clearing the outpost. Unfortunately, Core hung around the stone. He's already got the fortification in place. So, wham. Javelins, Donzos look to go, right? The problem is, Core's already got a few spears. If he learns what's happening here and just builds spears, he should be favored, and it is going to be cost-efficient to build into. Looks like he is reading it. Rack's being dropped now. I mean, it makes sense. If you just play into mass spears, there's not really much that this comp is going to do for Wham. He needs to get into archers. Has at least got the ranged armor coming through, so he's a little bit paranoid there's more archers on the way. Little does he know. Jabs have been paused. I don't think that's because he's out of gold. I think it's because he's realizing something's not right here. There's been no justification for additional javelins. Well, I say that. Wham. That's ambitious. He's doing this blind. It's crazy as well because he has got 9 scouts. One of them could be looking for this instead of going for pro scouts. But he did play into it then. That's kind of crazy, actually, that we've been seeing pro scouts come back in the meta, courtesy of how good it is on Scarguard. Remember, that was the default map last week. And now we're seeing it shuffle onto other maps as well. That's crazy. I mean, this is problematic, right? Like, Core doesn't have a way of harassing Eco. Mass Horseman sucks if your opponent is playing so condensed, because diving is difficult into Donzos anyway. I wonder, is Wham just going to go fast castle? Is there a world in which he's prepping for Mansa Javelin? We might be seeing Farimba here. This reeks of Farimba. This is the way where you can do it. We talked about the idea. You want to find efficient ways in the castle, but you also want to be scaling into a decent-sized army. But no, we've got Fulani. Okay, there you go. He's got the counters coming down. Makes sense. He's against 2TC, right? He's kind of on the clock here. Pressure is coming in around that outpost. Looks like he's now going to go for the denial. In time, it looks like the TC secondary resource, the berries out here, have been exhausted, so he's going to retreat away from that. Core just trying to be relentless with the dives. Remember, we're on 2 times, but even on 1 times, this is a lot to try and keep track of. So he's going to get surrounded. Great grab there, Core. Goes in for the javelins. Scouts react just in time to protect what's left. But a lot of troopers lost there for Wham. Good thing he is not going for the Farimba. Meanwhile, Core looks like he's going to have to play catch-up. I think he's got Cast Laser on his mind as well. Does that really favor you, though? I guess you go Culture Wing here. Oh, God, he's going for Eco. Yeah, because he's running out of food, right? And he knows with Castle around the corner for Wham, it's going to be Sofa, so he has to go Eco Wing in order to play into farms, because otherwise he's dead trying to play onto the map. Not to mention the fact there's not much left to play for, right? The deer have been being yoinked by the Pro Scouts play. So it's not like you can play for that. So you got, what, like 1 berry batch left? So by necessity, Core has to make this play. And although he has a big eco lead, 24 to be exact, the issue he's going to run into is that he's going to be very inefficient on the transition now. While Wham's transition is just complete. Ta-da! Look at that! We built a landmark. Jazz hands. That's right. We've got loads of cow. Very reasonable. And all safely underneath the TC. There you go. First Sofa does get queued up. Cool. Soon to complete that eco wing. A little bit of raid damage coming in, though. The scouts at the backside able to poke and prod a few down here. And we'll be able to get away. Notice he's not upgrading them further, though. Like, he's just using these as annoying raiders in the meantime. The premium wave is going to be the Sofas. Cool. I mean, quite cool here, right? Going into Camera Ride is pretty smart. Very expensive, though, for a guy who's going to have to make a farm transition still before he can really pump that up. Looks like he is now trying to play into the Moss. So going for those relics. Another thing that just makes sense from his position, he doesn't have great long-term gold access, right? The 4K is about to expire. North side hasn't really been secured. South side is questionable until these walls go up, and they haven't completed yet. Camel. Whoa, boy. Not the start he was looking for. Wham. Now trying to press forward. He's going to starve off that south side. A lot of wood gatherers down here. Farms as well as the Sofas reveal it all. They're going to get premium targets. Core doesn't have textiles. Warrior Scouts come in the backside as well. Meanwhile, the army distracted by the retreating forces of the Malians here. So Wham pulls him away. The Sofas are able to get in and get a bit of chip damage done. Behind this, relics have not been grabbed yet. He's gone for the sacred sites, but that's now revealed the play. Wham, a lot more so for where these two came from, right? He's got 10 more in reserve, and they're ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a timing assault here. Core, only 1 crossbow, 6 more in queue. Spear frontline not looking good either. This could just be a breakthrough with Sofa alone. She'll clash. Cool. Maybe a bit too much of the archers here. There's going to be a freebie running into the spears, but Wham quick to react, and he is now playing into his own imams. Looking at the remaining relic locations, Core is going to get a beneficial exchange here. It should be 3-2 in favor of the Abbasids. But Wham, he's got import armors coming. This is his timing. Look at the military mass as well, about even. Nice blocker on the relic retrieval. No wall low opportunity there. The camels need to be sniped here. This debuff is big against the Sofas. Poke coming in. Archer's able to chase against this, but looks like both of the camel riders are down. And Core hasn't built a new one yet. Spearman line looking thin. Sofa going to ride in. And they get right on top of it. The crossbow mass is non-existent here. The archers are just going to get blobbed down. And Wham is going to take the opening game. A good idea from Core, but timing missed here, right? The pressure on the gold. I don't think he was really expecting Pro Scouts. And then this blob into Archer's great in theory, but the Sofa, your worst nightmare with the mass ranged armor. Great patience from Wham. Kind of gave him the runway to close himself out of the game, and it means he opens the series with a win. But guess what? We're going to make this a back-to-back recording because of how quickly that one went through. So let me now prep game number 2. This is a great point in the replay, actually. If people are watching later or live right now, get your predictions in. Where are we going next, and what are the picks? I'm now going to load the data up. I'm kind of curious, actually. Core told me it was a banger of a series, which is interesting. Big shout out to Core. Usually he's the type of player historically that when he said these games are really good and worth watching, it's because he wins. But that was a loss. So, the question mark now is, did he bamboozle us? And is he now going to get a reverse sweep? Or is it going to be a 2-0? Because we are about to see Ayyubids versus Chinese on Highview. I mean, it's Core's Chinese, right? Is there a Civ he's more cozy with these days? Roos has kind of fallen off in popularity a little bit. HRE feels like it's going to be banned all the time. Weirdly enough, China seems to make it through more often than I would expect. But we're loading in now. Reminder, folks, if you haven't subscribed yet, wherever you're watching on YouTube, and you haven't followed on Twitch, those things are free, and you should definitely do them, because I want to know if you guys like this type of content. Actually, do you guys like the 2x cast? I'm not sure. It's not possible with live replays, but maybe with the replays, the ones that aren't actually being absolutely played live to the second, it could be possible. Let's find out how this series is going to go. We're hopping into game number 2. Let me flip that score around, as it is now Wham leading and Core heading to where he feels cozy. We've got the Chinese on Highview, a map that Core didn't realize was Highview last week because this is Pigeon's View. Seems he's learned this time. Wham, meanwhile, has gone for the Ayyubids in the red. Ooh, Ayyubids have been looking pretty good on this map. Initial Desert Raider pressure from the Stealth Forest, Camel Arts a follow-up. Just hits that raid timing on the flanks, right? And wait, we're getting ad time? All right, 30 seconds. Wait, oh. Auto ads kicked in. I didn't even need to. And yeah, this is looking good for Wham. I mean, he has to be feeling very confident after that game 1. That didn't look great initially, right? It looked like Core had control of the game. I think this is going to be the other way around, right? Game number 1, Core was the pressure-focused player. I think game 2, we're going to see it played differently, where Core's going to be more defensive. Imperial Academy will be the opener, and that's really good for him, because if he didn't have an Imperial Academy, he would have no gold. Look at the spawn here. Vicious. Plenty of food on the backside, as the deer usually spawn back there. But the gold is all forward thinking. So, or focused rather. Imperial Academy are going to be coming in. He could even drop a mill on the berries to inflate the taxation there. Other side, this Wham, it's of course their signature play. I don't remember the last time I saw the Canadian bros not do this opening with the Ayyubids. Logistics Culture Wing in Feudal. That means he's going to have access to the Dervishes, going to give him healing in the early game. And then if he rushes into Fast Castle as a backup plan, he's already going to have 2 relics essentially on the way home at the first second of decking up. Really powerful play. I truly believe that this is like just potent up against civs that don't mass ranged. However, China can, right? This is a civ that can very easily just go into mass nuke. Of course, senses this, finds that timing, could be very quick curtains closed into a game number 3. I'm wondering though, I mean, he's got 3 on gold. I think this is Fast Castle. Makes sense, right? Like trying to dive China is just toxic. You know they're probably building a Barbican. If they do, then they're getting Zhuge Nu. And as the longer feudal goes on, they benefit more and more. Taxation's OP, especially in the Imperial Academy, because they go for blacksmith techs and they get a third off, right? Because they get 64 gold back per. Looks like the Dervish. This is the other thing we know they love doing, but Core, quick to it, sees it coming. He blocks the deer shove. Nicely read there. Yeah, they've kind of become less subtle with this. They do it all the time now with the opening Dervish. We do, however, have Desert Raiders on the way. Only 1 so far. Curious to see if he's going to expand that. We do have an outpost up on the forward gold. Berries safely being gathered behind this. Horseman. Oh, no. No, not like this. The Desert Raider. Oh, the logistics heals. I can't believe that. Core's like, yeah, we're going to slap this boy. Oh, no. 1 Desert Raider versus 6 Horsemen, and he can't get the kill. He even gets clubbed down hard there. He's like, yeah, you guys want to fight? This is like that kid that postures at you on the playground, but his dad is standing behind him, right? Like, looking very muscly and scary. You're like, yeah, I don't want to fight you anymore. Heal doesn't stack. The AoE heal doesn't stack, but the target heal does, right? So you can use 2 scholars, 2 dervishes rather, on 1 Desert Raider. to inflate him a bit more. The catch is, when you're in combat, the healing rate is halved, but it's still good. Wow. He's triggered the tech up, hasn't he? Yeah, Growth Wing is on the way. Minute and 30 away. He's defending his base with a single Desert Raider. Core is going to try for an all-in blitz timing here. But the problem is you're going to struggle to burn down this outpost quickly. It's fire armor 5, right? So your horsemen, you know, each of them only going to do like 8 torch damage. It's not a quick kill. Well, weirdly enough, he actually bails on the arrow slits play there. So actually Core did find the timing. Wham! Doesn't want to protect it. Backside has got the Gulems option. I love this. You could go spears, but Gulems just makes more sense. Gulems kills horsemen, Gulems kills spears. And then Gulems dives the enemy base. You can full Schmiegel him out of this game. Meanwhile, Wham, with the tech timing about to complete, he tries to move out for relics. Great read here, though. Wham doesn't know that one of the dervishes has been seen. Second one is already in position, though, so it's at least one relic coming home. Wolves joining in. It's a full party here. The dervish is going to die. Second relic, however, is going to be success. So one relic already home. And we have got Golem Pump coming. Resecuring the gold. So nicely optimized there. Has just enough gold for the initial Golem wave. It's going to bloody well need it. Villagers in trouble. Core diving in here. The Golems. Overwhelmed. The dervish is nowhere nearby, so he's going to get that AoE heal. Villagers also shuffle away. What the hell is happening in this game? Villagers should be dying here. Wham! I don't know how he hasn't lost more so far. He's coming in with a Wallalow, though. That's going to reset things. Spears come through, though, just in time. Core able to deny it. Second dervish down. Wham! With only one Golem left alive. However, Core has exhausted himself in this dive. A handful of horsemen left over. The TC damage is adding up here. The undermesh has made him last a long time, and it has got him towards castle behind this. And we have a full reset. Core with a slight villager lead. 33 pure villagers to 37. Wham is ahead there, but the taxmen are real. Imperial Palace is on the way. And with that full reset, what do we now see coming? It's going to be Knights plus the Palace Guard. Dervish is finally able to drop off that relic. And he's going to get a breathing point to try and shuffle out for a second here. And he's being greedy about it. He's going for the center of the map. Scouts are going to be there. So you'd see any sort of attempt to block. The Lancer is going to ride, but remember, one Lancer sucks against this. The AoE heal that's perma there, plus the Cabalonese, means you can't actually kill the Dervish with one Lancer. Wallow coming in. Nice forced reset there. Looks like he's going to try to just focus heal the villagers. Good focus fire there from Core to get one kill, though. Dervish, at this point, might as well just be dropping off. But he's keeping it on him because, remember, it gives additional healing when you're carrying a relic, 50% more. So really cool choice there by Wham to just delay getting the relic to try and minimize the losses. And Lowe's losing some villagers. Remember, the relics are making up for this. Lance continues to dive in. The Camel Lancer has now arrived. Going to be shuffled to the backside. No spearmen coming from Wham, though. It's just accepting the losses, and this might sting on the back. Core! The villagers get the shivs out. Lancer is going to go down. Takes another one with him, though. It's a 5 eager lead. Make it a 6. However, a third relic is on the way home now for Wham. Lancers are starting to slow this assault down. Core up to 5 Lancers. You'd think at some point Wham would just go for Spearmen. No. Continues to go Camel Lancers. Third relic is now banked. He's got a 4th one right next to him, guys. This is looking like an easy peasy 4, if not 5 relic game. Core is relentless, though. He's going for relics himself, but this is going to hurt his Lancer pump. Then again, it feels like it's starting to fail. Arrow slits plus the Camel Lancer is just not working for him. This trickle in. The Dervish also just able to focus heal here. Another villager peels back. All of a sudden, Core is now the one who has to admit, I have to build spears. This has been an ego trial of who needs to build spears. This entire game. I mean, Core began it with it, but then he moved away. Since then, it's been, no, you build spears. No, you build spears. And in the end, it's Core who blinks first. However, one by one, they're just going to die. Remember, the Dervish healer's there. This is... I think the way I described this before, guys, is this is nobility. This is chivalry, rather. This is basically playing French with camels. He has that heal on the go. Why play 2 times speed? Why not? Because we have limited time until I have to go eat. And people want more series. Pretty good trade-off. Lancers now able to shove this away. Camel Lancers, rather. I mean, I feel like in this situation, we just call them Lancers, and these are Knights. Sorry, Chinese mains. You've been relegated. It's like you have in this matchup. Good lord. Cool. He's being forced in those spearmen. Veterans, he finally got queued up. It's dangerous now the way he's playing the game. The Camel Lance are 5 more on the way. And keep in mind, he's now playing onto flank resources out on the deer. Berry's over here as well. Berry's here. Like, these are not safe resources anymore. You can't go for a granary transition. You have to play this way to scrape forward. I mean, sure, he's built an eco lead. It's a substantial one, right? But the relics are offsetting a decent chunk of that. Cool. It's interesting that he's still going Lancers. I find usually at this stage when you've got such a big eco lead, play for the counter instead of the Raider, right? Because it's becoming harder and harder for Core to find Wham's economy now that so many have died. And if you keep playing a Camel Lancer versus Lancer, that is going to be more beneficial for Wham. He has the counter. He has the mass. So what you end up doing is putting yourself in a position where you can't defend your flank eco. And that could just force an entire shift. We have 19 villagers and a taxman out here. That is the entire economy lead that Core has built up. And Wham is already shuffling towards it. War's also going up, so even harder now for Core to find those assaults. He's switching into crossbows now. They're not here yet, though, and the scout is with these lances, so he is going to see them. Great reaction straight away. And by the way, that's the Imperial Palace effect. Without that, he would not have known in time. So gets away. Won't be able to fully dodge the bullet. Should be Lancers charging him for maybe 2 or 3 worker kills. Beautiful turnaround with the switch aggro there. Wham. Cuts down 4. Cuts into that lead. And now, an even bigger target. He's checking the flank here. 4 Lancers, and the difference here is the Imperial Palace doesn't have vision. Wham. About to reveal himself. Move straight in. Core. No textiles here. Realizes fairly quickly. Charge is going to come through from one of the Lancers. They switch over the Taxman instead. So all of a sudden, Wham is starting to claw back this lead that Core worked so hard for. It's been a long day. 54 to 44 now. Here's a 2-3 relic split. So Core, not in the worst of positions, but oh god. I mean, that hurts when you see it. A mill. Chinese farms around a mill. I mean, he needs the food. He can't safely get out of his base anymore, right? If he can survive this, get to crossbow spears, thumbs up. Looking good, champ. You can make a comeback. Go game 3. Without it, he's dead. A lot of time being achieved. Oh, this is so annoying. Like, when your crossbow count is low, you can't immediately kill a Camel Lancer. And if you don't immediately kill a Camel Lancer, guess what? They get healed. Which Camel Lancers are just going to brute force this. Villagers also joining in. Core is starting to experience what Wham was a few minutes ago. We have a second wave of Lancers coming in from the other side, though. Core should have the vision to give the early warning, but right now he seems a little bit distracted. Lancers get in on the tree line. More villagers lost here. It's now only a 4 villager difference. And behind this, second TC from Wham. Yeah, the turns have tabled, right? All aggression is on one side of the map. He doesn't have to feel paranoid about moving out like this. It's free. Like, sure, Core has 4 Lancers, but he can't take them out of his house. Because if he does, he's going to be frontline with crossbows against mass Camel Lancers. I don't care that crossbows are meant to counter Camel Lancers. They don't when they have to get hit in the face by a Lance. Oi, oi, oi. Core is going to try to march over, but we've got more Camel Lancers coming. Walls are also starting to go up. Oh, come on. The timing on this. Oh, cool. Wait, how's he A-clicking there? What was that? You guys saw that, right? What was that? He was charging through Stealth Forest without vision. What the hell? Oh, did he use the worker scan? Good call. He did. Okay, that was sick timing. That was actually sick timing. It looked like he lost vision. Finally, someone who actually uses the Imperial Spies. Good God. Been waiting long enough for that. Cool. Uh-oh. Farmer's in trouble. And he's not even pulling him back right now because he's fully garrisoned. So Eco Lead is about to disappear for court. And with that, it may be his chances of winning this game. Wow, he just has so many units in here still, and that's it! He just calls it! If you fought Scholars in 2021 with Herbal Medicine was vulgar, wait until you experience this. Crazy series. Well played, Decor. Thank you for letting us know about this one. I think we'll upload this. It might be cool to see what people think of just a full series being speedcast to fit it into a one series type situation versus trimming down the videos and editing them instead. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. Do you like the 2x speedcasts? Is it your bag of beans? Let me know in the comments and I'll catch you all in the next one. Toodaloo.